In the morning when I wake up, I have to blink my eyes 3 times before getting out of bed. Always with the right leg. Every door has to be opened and closed 3 times before and after going through.
I feel that I have to wash my hands a lot. Especially when I go outside and I come back in, I think I have to wash my hands nearly straight away. And I also have like a feeling of the dirt on my hands, even though if I haven't touched anything, that I need to wash them to get rid of the feeling.
I shower twice, in case the first time I forgot to wash some parts of my body. I then check my throat in the mirror for exactly 15 minutes to make sure I don't have cancer.
I know people that have like traits of OCD, like certain things that would annoy them, like they'd have to have everything straight, like in front of them, like everything lined up perfectly, or else they could like say not let any of their food on their plate touch, like everything would have to be kind of separate. If it touched, then it would really annoy them and kind of make them panicky, and then they wouldn't eat it. I knew this guy that like if any of his plate, like say he had mash and like sausages and stuff like that, and if they touched each other while he was eating them, he like wouldn't eat it. He couldn't eat it any after that.
For breakfast I have 2 toasts. Toasted for 3 minutes 33 seconds, cut in 3 parts. I spread the butter 3 times on each piece of toast. The tea with 3 sugar spoons and stirred 3 times. Then 3 sips of tea. When I eat the toast, I have to mash 3 times on the right side of my mouth and 3 times on the left side.
I'd sympathise with people who have forms of OCD because their daily routine is affected by how they go about stuff, because if they don't do this a certain way, they can't continue with their day, and it'll slow them down, and in the long run I think it'll affect them for the worse.
I then spend 1 more hour making sure all the house is completely tidy and in order. Sometimes I try to stop. I try to control myself from doing these things, but it's impossible. I feel like something terrible will happen. I get all tense and I can't breathe. Going to work is an odyssey. I'm always late. Even though I get myself up really early, just like to try and give myself time, but I'll always find something to fix around the house. If there are patterned bricks or cracks on the ground, I can't walk on that line. And if I come to a street with small little bricks, I'd have to find another way around, no matter how long that would take me. And I count every step I make, and if I lose track of that, I'd have to go back and start again.
When I was younger, say if I was going to school, and if I had a really good day in school and everything went really well, the next day I'd think like, I have to do everything the same way that I did yesterday in order for me to have a good day again. So I'd have to do everything in the order I did it the day before, so the day would be good again.
I never go to the toilet outside home. If I must go, I never touch any handles with my skin. It has to be a case of extreme urgency. And of course, I can't forget about the lines on the floor of the toilet.
When I walk out of a room, say the kitchen, I go back to make sure I switched off the cooker. Maybe do that 2 or 3 times.
When I get up in the morning, kind of always having to listen to music before I start a day, or else it just won't be right.
If I was in England and I thought I'd left the cooker on at home, I'd probably get the next flight back, just to make sure that I hadn't.
I can't blink into people's eyes, no matter if it's a picture, television or a person in front of me. If I blink, I have the feeling that I might fall terribly in love forever. Interaction with people is becoming more and more difficult. I avoid going out of home or watching TV unless it's completely necessary.
I think there should be help for people out there, and they should seek it out and get it, because I'm sure it can be addressed as a problem if you do look for help.